This is the Political Dead Duck. It's August 13, 2009. This one's going to Sister Sunshine, and she's a blogger I came across recently. Blogger, I'm not sure. Terminology. To me, she's a great soul. She's very informative. She's very informed. She's congruent, and she's articulate. And that's a great thing, and it's hard to find that combination. That's kind of what I look for, much like a person who was listening to a singer for the first time and really liked their voices because they recognized them as a very talented singer. Such I recognize Sister Sunshine as a talented humanitarian and a great soul. Highly appreciate finding people like that. They're a rare treat. I spent a lot of my life, not my whole life of course, but say the last 10 years researching scholars that are authority in their fields. I listened to scholars heavily for the last 10 years, and it's because I'm an ex-commercial diver. I had a bad accident, spent a couple of weeks in the hyperbaric chamber, but I ended up in a hospital bed for 10 years. Now this year I'm getting out, got myself a fancy wheelchair, electric one that runs all day, so irregardless, I still spend most of my time in bed. So I do a lot of research, and I do a lot of time studying subjects, and I might spend, say, 2 days straight just studying one topic, and I'm not obsessed with it. I'm just trying to get all the answers, and that way I can sleep on it for a few days and let that information seed itself and bounce around, So, plus it gives me a chance to go back and review things that I was uncertain with before I make a statement. And I find that in Sister Sunshine's blog. She's very articulate, she's very congruent, so that's important to me, that people like that are treasured, I think is the best way to put it, because people that speak in a humanitarian context are very few people. I mean, they're all over the place to the one point, but the ones that are actually putting their information out, they're hard to find. There's so many people out there that are posers, that really don't do the research, really hasn't got the background or anything like that. Basically what I'm trying to say is that you need more people like you out there with a voice. It is very time consuming to make videos like you're doing, to do that information, to upload it, to deal with comments, to deal with everything else. So that's highly appreciated. And I'm doing this a little bit one-on-one, more so than to a video reply, because sometimes when I do a video reply I forget I'm talking to a person. So the aurora around someone when they're talking and they're trying to share information really shines through with Sister Sunshine. So if you're subscribed to me, then I suggest you check out some of her videos. Now, if you're not religious, don't let that be your downfall for not listening to a person, okay? Don't use religion, because I listen to people of all types of religion, and I don't worry about it. I'm worried about the good soul, the humanitarian. Now, she covers the healthcare, and she talks about how, rightly so, everybody should have coverage. Why should one person be sick? Why the Cadillac driver gets out and the rich people gets front seat at the doctor's office, and we see that going on constantly. So Sister Sunshine says she's also dealing with palliative care on a regular basis, or in her history on a regular basis, and so she has a great insight into Obama's healthcare debate, and the debate we see going on now. She did put out great videos on flu pandemics and on her own thoughts and on healthcare and other subjects, and I think you really should check her out. She speaks from the heart. She doesn't have an agenda. She has humanity. And that is a very, very rare thing. It's the plague old dead duck. Best wishes, you and your loved ones.
Tell you about Albert Haushofer. He was a geolog, a geologist at the University of Berlin, and he got his doctorate by keeping his mouth shut. But when the war started and he saw his Jewish friends being rounded up and he saw the chaos there in Europe, he had pangs of conscience, okay? And he started speaking out against it and started accumulating a little bit of a following. And so the SS wrapped him up, threw him in another Berlin jail. And, you know, they're very meticulous, the Germans. They won't shoot you or hang you, which were the two execution methods preferred, without your signing a confession. Okay? Haushofer wouldn't sign the confession. And they got so ticked off toward the end of the war when they see it was ending that they shot him anyway. As they picked him up off the floor, out comes this little zettel, little piece of paper from his pocket. It was his confession. It was written in the form of a sonnet. It's very brief. I'd like to read it to you and translate, okay? Schuld. Anybody have German?
Guilty.
Guilty. Yeah, guilt, okay? Doch bin ich schuldig, aber anders als ihr denkt. Yeah, I'm guilty, but it's not what you're thinking. Ich musste earlier, ich musste früher meine Pflicht erkennen. I should have earlier recognized my duty. Ich musste schärfer Unheil nennen. I should have schärfer, more sharply called evil. Mein Urteil habe ich zu lang gelenkt. I put off my judgment far too long. Ich habe gewarnt, I did warn, and he did, aber nicht genug. Enough. Und klar. I did warn, but not enough. Und klar. Und heute weiß ich, was ich schuldig war. And today I recognize what I was guilty of.